Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw Supershow review for tonight, March 26, 2012, aka the last Raw before Wrestlemania. Overall, I think tonight's Raw kind of reminded me of last week's TNA. Focus more on building storylines and building more intrigue into Wrestlemania instead of focusing on the real matches. We had like 3 squashes tonight, a no contest, and a couple other things. I know they're trying to build intrigue in WrestleMania, focus more on the segments, not on the wrestling. That's what's kind of stupid. They focus more on segments and storylines and matches. That's what TNA was the worst one ever last week. But this is the one before WrestleMania. His storylines were built fine, but the matches themselves, I think the first one was okay, and then other things, in between. So let's get started with our very first match, which was Randy Orton teaming up with Sheamus to take on Daniel Bryan and Kane. WrestleMania matches against each other. Now this match, it was kind of a good intrigue. It added a little bit more intrigue in matches, kind of, when it comes to specifically the match between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. This match, was okay, of course. Daniel's still playing a little pussy when Sheamus got in there, where Sheamus was weak. Daniel Bryan was on top of him like a hawk. The match was just okay. Like I said, add more intrigue in matches. Like, Orton Kane's gonna suck, really. Sheamus and Bryan should be okay, especially the ending. With Kane laying out Orton out of the ringside, Sheamus was ready to nail the crow kick on Daniel Bryan. But his girlfriend AJ distracted the referee, and Sheamus missed. And then Kane got involved, chokeslamming Sheamus while ref got distracted, and Daniel Bryan got the win for his team with another cheap victory. Of course, Sheamus kept saying, "Your time is up, Daniel. He'll be the one to lose." Now, the Royal Rumble winners have not won at WrestleMania. Cena won in 08, lost to Orton and Triple H at WrestleMania 24. Orton won at Royal Rumble 2009, lost to Triple H at WrestleMania 25. Edge winning in 2010, Royal Rumble losing to Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 26. Last year's winner, Alberto Del Rio, won the Royal Rumble, lost to Edge in his final WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 27 last year. Will Sheamus be the first Royal Rumble winner in 5 years to win a championship at WrestleMania and win the Royal Rumble and become champion of Mania? Well, we'll see what happens with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan this Sunday, but Daniel, of course, can be a cheap little pussy. I say AJ will get involved in some way, shape, or form. Whether AJ will turn on Daniel or not is one question that needs to be answered, but we'll see what happens. Now on to our second match of the night, which I thought was stupid. It was Team Captain versus Team Captain. It was Santino Marella versus David Otunga again. Now last week, I think these two wrestled last week, and David Otunga won thanks to a little interference. This wasn't even a wrestling match. It was kind of like a segment. Specifically a segment to introduce the final member of Team Johnny. Now, Otunga, like these two didn't even wrestle at all. They just grappled a little bit and that was it. With John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long getting into it with Vicky and Hornswoggle also at ringside with Teddy and Johnny. And thanks to another distraction, as David Otunga was trying to beat the crap out of Hornswoggle, the flag bearer, the mascot of Team Teddy, Otunga nailed himself in the head with the flag. Enough time for Santino to prepare the Cobra. Got the Cobra on Otunga. 1, 2, 3. Santino won this stupid matchup. But it wasn't even a match. It was a segment to set up the final member of Team Johnny. As Santino was ready to attack Johnny Laurinaitis with the Cobra, The Miz came in, gave Santino a skull-crushing finale, and The Miz became the final member of Team Johnny. Finally, after weeks and weeks of bitching, Miz is in WrestleMania. He's been complaining about, he went from main eventing to not being a part of it. Now he's a part of it in a pro-man tag. But Team Johnny did have a major loss. Team Johnny lost a member, which I'll get to in a moment. Now on to our next match, which was, we went from a weird matchup of Santino and Ortega to a Divas match. Eve taking on Kelly. Beth Phoenix at ringside with Eve, of course, Eve's Wrestlemania tag team partner, while Kelly's tag team partner, Maria Menounos, is dancing with the stars, literally. Because Maria's got a broken rib. We don't know if that'll affect the match. She did dance on Dancing, but we'll see if that'll affect it on WrestleMania. But this Divas match, another short match, about 2 or 3 minutes, but it was just, I think it's a little better than most matches, but still. Okay match, Kelly started up. Holtzke Chambers, okay Divas match. Okay, at best, kind of a typical matchup. Eve missed with a moonsault, and Kelly got the pin, kind of a sloppy pin. In my mind, 1, 2, 3, Kelly gets the victory. Building towards their match at WrestleMania, the tag match. Now, Triple H and Taker were not at Raw tonight, so they had a little video segment. Of course, Rock and Cena were both in the building. Also not in the building, besides Triple H and Taker, Chris Jericho once again was not at Raw tonight. Before CM Punk's scheduled match against Christian, Jericho came on the screen again. I don't know if he's watching Dancing or whatever. I don't know where the hell Jericho is, why he's not there. Whether he's focusing on his radio show. He's like the new Rock. He shows up when he wants to. Anyway, Jericho talked about, of course, the last couple weeks, Jericho was talking about Punk's father being alcoholic. Last week it was about Punk's sister being a drug addict. This week, he even nailed it more personal, adding more personal fuel to the fire, talking about his mother giving birth to Punk after their wedding and having sex with Punk's father before they got married, calling Punk a bastard child. Well, that got Punk a little bit angry. He took out all his frustrations on Christian. Ironically, a former friend of Chris Jericho's and former tag team champion partner with Jericho. And we went from a okay match with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, the tag match with Owen and Kane, to a silly match with Santino and David Ortega, to a Divas match, to a no contest. CM Punk basically beat the crap out of Christian outside of ringside, kicking the crap out of him so bad, kicking him through kicking his head and hitting the table, to GTSing him on a steel step. Christian got beat up so bad that he was taken off Team Johnny for WrestleMania. And in my opinion, I call this a downgrade. We went from having Christian involved in the match, teaming up with Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and David Ortega, and The Miz. We went from Christian in the match to Drew McIntyre, a downgrade. A jobber who's been getting his butt whipped. Now I know Drew McIntyre was supposed to be the chosen one. Like his push has been demoted a little bit. The only reason he's got this match is because a lot of people are getting injured. And Christian, storyline or not, injured. Because they say Christian, we injured his neck after getting the crap beat out of by Punk. Out of retaliation, sending a huge message to Jericho saying this will be you. Even giving Christian Anaconda Vice following the GTS and the steel steps. But replacing Christian with Drew McIntyre is stupid in my mind. Drew McIntyre has done nothing significant in my mind. I know he's been former IC champion, but Drew McIntyre being in WrestleMania, it's like me being in WrestleMania. I know a lot of people like Zack Ryder. I mean, Zack Ryder's in WrestleMania, and he kind of deserves it, but Drew McIntyre has done nothing significant in the last year to earn a spot at WrestleMania besides getting jobbered and being threatened to get fired by Teddy Long. That kind of makes sense because I know Drew McIntyre has a personal vendetta against Teddy Long, but him being in WrestleMania instead of Christian, stupid, but they could have gone and put the Del Rio, but no, Drew McIntyre. But we finally found out who will be the 6th member of Team Teddy. We'll find that out in a moment. So we had 6 people for Team Johnny. So there you go. Following a no contest, we went from no contest to a bunch of squashes. Squash number 1, Brodus Clay. Somebody called Kurt Hawkins' mama because Kurt Hawkins is 0-2 against Brodus Clay. Nothing much to say. Squash match. I said 60 seconds. It was 60 seconds. Kurt Hawkins had some good offense, but Brodus Clay, the big Funkasaurus, beat the crap out of Kurt Hawkins again. 1, 2, 3. Brodus Clay. Squash match. Somebody calls someone's mama, shaking his ass. Next match. Another squash. We had like 3 squashes in a row. Big Show versus Primo. Nothing much to say about this match. Big Show beat the crap out of Primo in less than a minute. 1, 2, 3. Big Show sending huge matches to Cody Rhodes. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, after Big Show's easy win, a squash win, beating the crap out of Primo, Cody Rhodes came out, talked about Big Show. You're an embarrassment. I will beat you in Wrestlemania. And after Wrestlemania, Big Show will be involved. Because Big Show was disappointed at Wrestlemania, never won a match at Wrestlemania. People will be saying after you lose again. When a guy takes his test, he'll be praying he doesn't Big Show on his test. When someone at a bar wants to hit on a girl, he always does a Big Show to the girls. And when they go to the bathroom, he'll be taking a Big Show. Because he thinks Big Show's no more than a piece of crap. That's an embarrassment. He's saying, Al Paul, that you are a big fool to try to get a big win at Mania. We're on April Fool's Day, the biggest fool will lose. So we'll see what happens with this match. Like, this match is as stupid as Kane and Orton. This Big Show, Cody Rhodes match, I'm not trying to build it up as a big match, but it's going to be a stupid match. You know, I think Cody will win this match, because I don't think Big Show will be IC champion. You know, he was a former world champion, ECW champion. He shouldn't be IC champion at this point, but there you go. Now, after that match, we had a couple of backstage elements, including Bella's talking about Team Teddy and Johnny, Zack Ryder getting involved, and the Hosky Eve. Now, Zack Ryder is trying to date Eve again, but I still think Eve's using Zack in my mind in the storyline. Especially after watching this past Z2 story when Eve wouldn't answer his calls, so I'm still thinking Eve's still a Hosky. Once a Hosky, always a Hosky. I've said that a few weeks ago. There you go. Then we have Punk talking about Jericho in all his words, and Punk is, of course, saying he'll beat the shit out of Jericho this Sunday at Mania, and Jericho will be in the building for that match. Now we're on to our third squash in a row. Mark Henry taking on Great Khali, main event, another Team Johnny versus Team Teddy match. This is where we found out that Christian has been replaced by Drew McIntyre. Like I said, a downgrade. In my mind, a downgrade. But who knows, maybe Drew can get a big WrestleMania moment, but still, in my mind, Drew McIntyre doesn't deserve Mania. Especially with Christian out. Stupid. Khali, this match was just, oh my god. I hope these two doesn't wrestle long at Mania. I hope they don't get as much airtime in the match. Only get like 60 seconds, or at least 10 seconds. This match was as stupid as Santino and Otunga. A couple grappling, and a Khali chop, then a World's Strongest Slim Mark Henry. Another 30-second, 60-second match. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry gets the victory. Then Mark Henry, at that point, was about to beat the hell out of Teddy Long, since Santino threatened to Cobra John Laurinaitis earlier in the evening. Now, Team Teddy came out to try to save Team Teddy, the leader, but Team Johnny was all there. Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, the newest member, Drew McIntyre, another new member, Miz. They're all blocking the path of the other 4 members of Team Johnny, Team Teddy. And at this point, while Team Teddy members like Kofi and R-Truth and Zack Ryder and Santino were trying to save Team Teddy, the 6th member of Team Teddy was revealed. The good news and the somewhat good news. The good news is, despite rumors, Mick Foley is not on Team Teddy. I've said in my attack on today, Mick Foley being in Mania would be stupid. But somewhat good news, Booker T is now the 6th man. Booker T came in and saved Teddy Long from a Mark Henry ass whooping and beat the crap out of Mark Henry. And Teddy said, I thank you, Booker. But Booker, I want to thank you more by asking you to be on Team Teddy. And in Atlanta, the home of WCW, and on Angle Paul, the 11th anniversary of when WCW was sold to WWE, when Booker won his last WCW championship as the WCW title, not the World title, Booker accepted. And how apropos it will be that this Sunday, April 1st, will be the 5-year anniversary of when Booker T last wrestled at Wrestlemania in Detroit. I was there that night at Wrestlemania 23 when Booker last wrestled at Wrestlemania. How apropos. Speaking of last time people wrestled at Wrestlemania, that leads us to our last segment, the final confrontation between Rock and John Cena. Rock began by coming out to another big ovation in Atlanta. Talking about the last time wrestled at Mania was at WrestleMania 20 with Mick Foley against Randy Orton and Ric Flair and Batista in a 3-on-2 handicap match. The night The Rock wrestled his last Mania match, that's when Cena first debuted at WrestleMania, beating the Big Show for the U.S. title. Now, Rock's been talking about, like, Cena and everything, about pie. The jokes Rock made were kind of, like, weak, especially the Betty White joke, the Civil War pie. I knew it was trending worldwide, but that was weak in my mind. You know what I mean? I hate to say it. Cena's been making some of the verbal wars, and Cena kind of won a verbal war tonight when he came out. Civil War pie, Betty White. That's, like, weird. That's as bad as King's comment about Wash Limbaugh. Because King made a little comment about Eve being a hostie, and King's like, what would Wash Limbaugh call him? I don't think it was necessary, but still. Like Rock's Civil War pie joke on Betty White, that wasn't necessary. About kicking Cena's ass and everything. It was at that arena in Atlanta 1 year ago that Rock did challenge Cena, and here they are 1 week before the match in Atlanta. Talking about the fans, but then here comes Cena. Talking about how for about a year he's heard trash from the biggest trash talker there is. And how Cena's the pinata when it comes to dissing WWE about him being the warhorse in the whipping dog every time because everyone dogs Cena, makes fun of him. Of course, let's go Cena. Cena sucks. That says it all. But Cena made it more personal about his character. And when he said it doesn't matter what you think, Rock, oh boy, I was like, wow, quoting The Rock. But what would have made it more weird, because Cena said, like, not only did he say it doesn't matter, he called Rock a goddamn visitor to WWE. Just a visitor, not a wrestler, because of his movie career. And goddamn got bleeped twice, because Cena said it, then Rock said it. But what would have made it more personal, when Cena said the headline will be John Cena will whip The Rock's ass. He should have said John Cena will whip The Rock's candy ass. That would have made it a lot more intense. But you saw Cena and Rock talking about each other, about how they will win and how this match is important to him, about being the biggest star of all time. Because Rock's beat Austin and Hogan exactly 10 years ago. He beat Hogan in WrestleMania 18. And he wants to be the best. Cena too. They both want to be the best guy. And they know if one beats the other, they're going to be legendary in their minds. So we end with a Cena Rock nose to nose as Raw went to black. Like I said in the beginning, when it comes to building WrestleMania with Rock and Cena's confrontation, in Punk's attack on Christian, a lot of storyline elements of the show, building towards Mania were okay, especially with Team Jenny Tani being stupid as it is. But the matches themselves were just, okay to bad. A couple squashes, no contests, you know what I mean? So, this is the go-home show for WrestleMania. I thought it was an okay go-home for WrestleMania. It may still be people who will watch it, stay watching it, but when it comes to adding new people to watch it, time will tell. As this Sunday will be WrestleMania 28 in Florida, in Miami. That is it for my Raw Supershow review. Comment your thoughts below. Do you think Rock's going to beat Cena? Or do you think Cena's going to beat Rock? Comment your thoughts on WrestleMania below, about what you think is going to happen. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Very much appreciate it. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all later. Yeah.